In this video, we are going to be talking about this big deep south storm that's going to be coming up into the deep south and eventually the mid-Atlantic. So let's get into it. So what we have right now is a big spin off the southwest coast. This is what's also fueling this fire threat across the Southern California, and you see that smoke over here on the satellite imagery actually. And so yeah, this system is going to roll up across the deep south, and it's going to cause major impacts to places like Oklahoma, Texas, Louisiana, and more of the upper southwest. And so through this morning there was a slight change to the warnings. We now have this has shifted a bit west, and some of the warnings have been called off. But we do have a winter weather warning that we'll get into later into the video. But this system is going to cause major to extreme travel impacts. So please do not be outside. But let's talk about the cold. The cold air right now, it's freezing. Very chilly air that has descended from the north. We got wind chills down to negative 25 degrees and 29 down in Jacksonville, which is quite startling because these are frostbite temps. Because it is very windy coming out of the north because of this low that's been sitting here for weeks or days. I meant it's been sitting here for several days. It's been bringing this northwesterly flow all the way down. And so that's a bit startling, first of all. And we do have some lake effect snow, by the way. And let's see what this winter storm is going to look like. So here we are right now. This low pressure is right here. This next system is about right here. Actually, I think this is a bit outdated. Don't know if that's actually... Yeah, this is a bit outdated, but... Yeah, I think this is a bit outdated, but we'll show you anyways. So, as we go out in time here... So we have this system going to trek across here. Oh, oops. So now, as we get into about Friday in the early hours, in the early morning, we get a big system that gets shoved ahead of this trough that's sitting over here, and it is going to be big, and it will move across the deep south a lot, and it'll bring a lot of impacts. this system doesn't get as far south as it does now, because again, this was from yesterday's run, but still it shows those an accurate picture. And this system is going to steer this system, and it's going to weaken it, so it's going to steer out to sea. No big storm, but it still does get pretty strong off the coast. But this is from yesterday's run, so this might have already changed, but it's probably have already changed, but some strong winds and wind chills may still be possible, and some lake effect snow will be possible as we get into the 12th. But after this system, we get another system right in here. But this one is much weaker on this model, at least. And another cold air blast and another cold snap comes in. And that's generally it for that. But let's talk snow totals. So, let's go back in time. And so, as we go out in time, this system will bring up to 5 inches on Friday, and as we go out in time, it just goes up to 6, almost 7 inches in this area, which is going to be major because this is going to be near the Dallas. It's right over here, and they're only built for about a half an inch of snow. So that's going to be very extreme. But Dallas, on this model, Dallas is not in this path. But I still believe that 6 inches could be possible. Let's go out even more in time. The deep south could be getting some snow, actually, as low as some parts of Shreveport, up to 2 inches. But no, New Orleans will probably not get anything, but it's probably going to change the next few hours. And that's generally it for that. But let's zoom out, and we got this across the states, and we got across the deep south. We got some snow that's going to be shifting up into the northeast, but generally less than an inch will be possible. No big snowstorm, as some people are forecasting. Those hypers, don't watch those. They intensify things too much and scare people. But I don't. I just listen to the models and the trends. Okay, so, and again, those 6 inches of snow right over here. And you could still expect 5 inches in the eastern seaboard, and along the Appalachian Mountains, you could see up to 9 inches, which is a bit crazy, but still possible. And now, we don't need this one anymore, but let's move on to the warnings. So this is what we have for the warnings in the Southwest, and we have winter storm warnings stretching from Tennessee all the way to Texas. But I do think these will be expanded into some parts of Oklahoma and Dallas and Texas, but just the winter weather advisory for now. And there is freeze warnings down here because some areas are not built for this kind of weather. But there will be some winter impacts. Sorry, I had to go check something, but let's continue. There is some winter storm watches I'm gonna get to in a minute, and yeah, pretty much it. But let's get on to the Ohio Valley, and again, winter storm warnings extending into Tennessee, and I do think they will be also expanded eastward, all the way about there in North Carolina, some parts of North Carolina, and the winter storm watches all the way to the coast of North Carolina in a shape like that. And yeah, it's gonna be similar to the last storm, but a bit more south than the last storm, which was up here. It's gonna be more of a southerly track, which is gonna bring a small area of ice potential across here, across this corridor. It's very small, up around 20 to 50 mile range for ice and sleet, but still possible. And mostly rain for the south, but there could be some cold rain. Some cold rain and some cold lightning. Not freezing rain. Hopefully no freezing rain, but snow down here seems very unlikely. 5 to 10% chance, but not 0. Unless this thing goes super far south, you're not going to see anything. So, let's move on. And so, let's review. So this system and this system, just excuse that. So, people outside. This system is gonna keep going across the deep south, and it's gonna merge with this system that's gonna start merging with it, as you see. The system merges with this system, but you see how this energy becomes this little spotty? That's the storm. That's the piece of energy that gets thrown out ahead of it because the jet stream's so strong. And the storm is technically right here, but the trough is right here. So yeah. And as we keep going, it starts rolling up the East Coast, but no East Coast storm is because this trough comes in and saves the day by bringing the jet stream to be strong and the steering conditions to steer off the coast. Unless you're a snow lover, this is pretty good. And this is the jet stream. And that's basically it for today. And this is still loading though. Here you go. But that's basically it for the day. So we have this trough going to combine and join together to make some kind of winter storm. And it's going to travel up the off the East Coast, but will weaken and not be impactful. So, there will be a little bit of snow though, but as I am at this recording, this is JIP Forecast Plus logging off. Remember, don't be scared, just be prepared. Alright, goodbye. Oh. you could subscribe. Click down there. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.